with his scissors. Oh my goodness, let's take a deep breath. MR6 has been banned. And the Vesper has been protected. Honestly, I mean, I'm looking at this. What's going on? Grip's been banned. Extended Mag's been banned. That is basically to stop them using the Vesper. Whew. Oh, I feel all a bit flustered. Splyce on your left. Epsilon on your right. Machine.
Yes.
Are you okay? No, he's not.
I'm fine, thank you very much.
He's fine. Joe.
For asking.
Let me kick it off. Oh, Joe's picked the Purifier.
Okay, active camo for Josh. That ban and protect was so quick. You blink and you miss it.
It was quick, and I think we were, yeah. And even this is going quick. They're ready.
Jesus.
Look at him.
Oh my god.
Come on, Bans, hurry up. Chop, chop. Get with the times.
Reedy and Bans, and there they go. Yep, and he's readied up. Okay, specialist draft is over.
Do you know what? We could have done with this speed like for the last S&D
where
when we
was
were.
that? All right, so
I want to see green ticks. They've had time to. In fact, no, a lot of bans have come in.
Yeah, a lot of bans and a lot of kind of intriguing ones. I barely caught a glimpse of that one, but we were talking about Bans. We were saying, you know, he is the one to watch. He is the player you can imagine sliding into Millennium. However, he is sitting at the second highest KD rate currently, 1.21. 24. Reading is hard.
Reading is hard. Of course, Tommy was at that top spot, and he's definitely kept that up. Well, actually, I don't really know. I'm just guessing, because he did quite well. But a minute on the clock, these guys have to create a class. They have to change everything, because Vesper's been protected, Extended Mag was banned, Grip was banned. It was a different one, to say the least. When we see that Vesper protected, we see everything else fall.
Everything changes.
It, like, crumbles.
It's like, okay, guys, the Vesper's in play. Let's make the Vesper bad. And so you have the Extended Mags taken away, Rapid Fire taken away. Everything that could possibly make that Vesper over the, I don't want to use that word, strong.
Yeah, that could be over strong. And as the guys ready up here, oh, let's take a look at the best objective plays in Europe. In Europe, Moose and Reedy, you know, combined. I mean, I think looking at all the stats and everything, for both of them to be on the same team is crazy. I think that may be based on their uplink. They have literally shut a lot of people down on uplink. I think they put 16 points up on one, 12 on another.
Yeah.
Silly numbers, silly numbers. But can they do it against Splyce?
Well, we sure are going to be finding out. Just doing their score streaks. Then the classes have been made, and we haven't run down the rosters for you guys at home, so we'll do that for you right now. Splyce, we have Josh, Vortex, Hawkeye, and Bants bringing in active camo, Heatwave, Kinetic Armor, and Scythe. And for Epsilon, for their opponents, we have Joe on the Purifier, Moose on the Kinetic Armor, Rated on Scythe, and finally we have Reedy on the Purifier.
Okay, so let's get into the game. Of course, just to recap, it is evac, it is hardpoint, 250 score limit, 5 minutes on the clock, respawn disabled. I'm getting good at that. I can do it quickly now without slurring my words.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, but evac, for me, you've got very, very slow rotations. The first one is so close to the second, and the fourth one is so close to the first again. So the rotation for me, it all comes on that third hard point, which is that open grass area where you can rack up a lot of points as long as you can lock it down and push out. If you push out, you get them spawning pretty much on the opposite side of the map, which is crazy and very, very hard to come back from. But let's get into it. I'm going to let it run its course, and we're on board with Moose. The SMG.
Let's not forget Moose has been very, very strong recently. Like, he has been top of the scoreboard in hardpoint in the past. Rated has already drawn first blood, and it's going to be contested. 2 players around that corner. It looks like his team have just mowed them down. All 4 members of Splyce fall in the same bracket of time. Joe does finally go down. That's the first kill so far then on the board for Splyce. Is already Epsilon reached double digits. They're pushing them back. They're forcing them back. They're looking to start strong, and Moose is showing no signs of stopping, as that's going to be 14, maybe 15 for Epsilon before Splyce get their first.
Yeah, I'm going to quickly sag through Vesper. Rated. Let's see. He's got the MA. So we've got 3 Vespers and an MA on the boys from Epsilon. Let's jump on Splyce's side. Vortex is using that Vesper. Kuda here for Hawkeye. Let's jump on board with him, see if he can pick one up. Oh, he's got the fast mags. I like it. I like it. Bants, he's got to be rocking. I was going to say an assault rifle, but let's see. No, he chose the Vesper, and Josh has got the Vespers all round. This is going to be a bloodbath, to say the least. It's a brawl of the British, and who is better. The first points go in favor of Epsilon.
Indeed it does, but the rotates comes in, and again Epsilon are the ones first on it. They rotated early, and the scrap points were just scooped up by Splyce. Now, how long can Epsilon hold this one? It's a breakthrough. Was Hawkeye, and it was, I say was because it's gone down. Bance does break through there with his Vesper. I was about to start talking about weapons, but there's no point when it is just the Vesper. Battle, rated the only one to change my mind. With the M8, Heatwave, excuse me, that's the flashback comes in. Causes problems for Hawkey.
Yeah, causing problems for me, keeping up with such brawls here going down in the second hard point. Bance, again, we've said it time and time again. What a player. Wow. 3 kills to his name, 275 off the lightning strike. Slides into the kitchen. Don't think he's going to be doing any cooking anytime soon, though. Unless he decides to. I don't know where I was going with that.
You tried.
I did.
I appreciate that. But 30 seconds, he's going to be really at the top of his game. 30 seconds, even now 40 on the hard point. He is single-handedly securing all of these points for his team. Splyce then going to be picking up those 8. This is the hard point you were talking about. This is where we have to make that move. Yeah. The battle for the outside area.
Just highlighting Vortex there, he's on 0 and 8, not having the best of starts for Splyce. Won't lead touching it too much. Hopefully he'll get back into the game as Bance gets taken down. For me, Epsilon, the rotations have just been a little bit quicker, a little more disciplined. And look what Rated's doing here, posting himself in a position where he can just see this whole right-hand side. I like what he's doing. And this is going to show his worth. Takes down Bance.
Oh, he could find another one. I got thrown off a little bit by that movement. Wow, windy. As that's going to not happen. Josh, in the meantime, did catch Moose. And you have to worry that now, if he gets caught off a guard here, his teammates are not too far to keep him safe. He's come around behind. He isn't going to be able to find it. It's a battle in the air. And Splyce are just filling up the kill feed with yellow. It certainly is all looking bright for them, as it's going to be 80 to 47. And they are not stopping now. Reedy finally catches Bance, but the damage is done. He's got 11 under his belt. Josh has 12. And they're going to potentially pick up 100 here.
Yeah, I like the way Bance is so versatile. He was so dominant with like the Mano War and other assault rifles. He's just picked up a Vesper and he's doing exactly the same. Vortex needs to get himself back in the game, but it doesn't matter at the moment as they are going to breach 100 points shortly. And this is what I talk about. The rotation was just non-existent, but look at the battle that's going down.
Bance needs to watch his back, and I think he knows it. Not going to win out on that one, though. Moose finds him, and Rated does the same. That duo is so commonly filling up the kill feed. Really does chime in with one as well. But Kinetic Armor was used. Moose used that to break the hill, and his teammates are going to be benefiting from that. He gets challenged out by, who was that? Vortex. Lucky. They're not unlucky, rather, to not pick up that kill. 30 seconds, and Epsilon are closing this gap. 3 members from Splyce are all coming from the same direction. I think Epsilon needs to be ready for this one. And that HCXD is going to cause some damage. Not as much as Bance, though, as he's going to be picking up 2 before Rated's RK5 has something to say about that. Back and forth we go, to and fro. We're only 60 seconds into this one, and both teams are just 30 points away.
Yeah, I mean, that clock I don't think is going to come into factor during this one. Josh, a bit of an unsung hero. We've not touched on it too much, but he's 14 and 14, 28 interactions. Most of his team at the moment just constantly in that hard point. And for me, I was going to say this is where he uses active camo, and he does. He proves me right. He picks up one, gets taken down by Reedy and Rated again. This duo that we keep talking about, so strong. I really don't know, looking at the scoreboard, like how Epsilon aren't winning with Vortex dropping such minor numbers.
It is a worry, that's for certain. He's going to go down, though, in the meantime, and they've completely leveled this one out. Epsilon have just turned this game on its head. That 50s, if not 60-point lead that Splyce had accumulated has just been thrown away, shattered from that one hill. Now, though, looks like Splyce are trying to take control again. They're back in the driving seat, and it looks like Vortex is not having a game to remember. 4 for 16. He's going to be looking to easily forget that one as it's Scythe v Scythe, and Rated does come out on top before finally being eliminated by Hawkey. 130 to 102, and still Splyce have control. Oh, and pre-fires actually connects with the player, but Hawkey with the double, that's such an important two-piece. That really is. He's going to go on the rotate now. 10 seconds going to go in favor of Splyce, and they're going to gain back this lead that they previously had, making it a 40-point game. As the rotate comes in, I've got to say, Splyce has the spawns, but the hard point is in favor. Oh, he's coming round. This is bad news. Where are you going? There you go. That'll take that, but it's going to cost him his life. He was hunting down Moose, and Moose was actually the one to pick up the kill. Now Vortex is on the run. Don't you mess this up, Vortex. It's time to make an impact. You've only picked up 4 kills. Now it's time for number 5. There it is. He backs away, repositions. Nice movement from Vortex, using that afterburner to the best of his ability, as his teammates aren't going to be present, but the Heatwave does just enough. Finds one more before Joe can clear the soot from his eyes. And now 142 to 120. We do need to see Josh and Bance working together here. The active camera comes out, but Josh isn't going to find anything. Neither is Bance. And Epsilon, they're going to be able to close this gap once again. Yeah, Vortex picking up a double. 2 kills adds to his tally. 8 and 20 at the minute. He's trying to get back into it the best he can, but Splyce somehow still in the lead, and they've got the rotation going into this grass hard point. This is a big one. Let's jump on board with Bance. He's the man at the moment. This Vesper, you're ridiculous with this weapon. I mean, he's doing exactly what he's doing with a Man of War, but with a Vesper. It's unheard of. No extended mag, no rapid fire. He's using it as is. He's going to be doing a good job with that one. Just fast mags and quick draw. Of course, fast mags only gets the attention when everything else is taken away. But there's 3 players on the outside area. Accidentally catches the H60. He'll take that. Reedy's fallen off the map. Everything's going to pot. There's now 160 and growing. This is the hard point that could really make or break teams. And it looks like Splyce is starting to build themselves up a lead. Look how far back Epsilon is spawning.
Yeah, this is what I mean by capturing a hard point and then pushing it out. Vance is starting to push out this right side. He's lost all his weapons, his ammo for his Vespa there. Had to change, but 25 seconds still going in favor of Splyce somehow. Now, Epsilon have control. 20 seconds. Does Splyce rotate? Nope, not for Vance anyway.
He's a dreamer. He's trying to use that like an assault rifle. It finally does come back to bite him, but he's still breathing. And Joe, however, isn't. Josh is still running around alongside him, taking down Reedy. This is a nice little duo. Josh and Vance, who'd have thought it with the SMGs. And the last 3 points before we do rotate towards that greenhouse, we're going to be seeing if he can catch him on the rotate. That's exactly why he's lingering around. If you're wondering why he's so common and so stuck in his ways, it's because of that.
Doesn't come off from this time. It's going to be Reedy trying to break the hard point. He picks up one, falls down as Rated answers back for him. He's the one steadily using this M8. He's such a consistent player. Who is using that Purifier? It's got to be Vortex, is it? No? I don't even know. He's not got it anymore.
Either way, let's have a little look where this one does take us. Kinetic Armor for Hawkey's on its way. Still not close enough, though. As there's 4 members of Epsilon, and it does feel like they're a good 10 seconds away. This could really be 220, if not 230, before there's something to say, but no, not going to happen. 216 before the challenge comes in, and it's being dealt with quite nicely. Look at Reedy, finds Vance and Josh, and finally Epsilon can start queuing some points, if not just for a second, because here comes Hawkey, here comes Vance, and every single member of Splyce is just on a slaying spree.
Yeah, I mean, they've rotated now. They're giving up they're actually going to get the scrap points somehow. But I mean, they're also going to get the rotation. They've got the better side of the spawns, and Kinetic Armor comes in for Moose. He's going to pick up 2. Josh manages to shut him down somehow. Josh is really turning up. 27-26.
I'm sorry, look at everyone. Yeah. Vance, Hawkey, I mean, every single member of Splyce is really delivering in a big way. Nice movement, though. He's going to come back around, find another one. Josh is sensational stuff as he finds 2. Rated responds with exactly the same, though, as he's found himself in 3rd. Epsilon are racking him up. Fortunately, Vance has the scythe to his disposal. Just the one, though. 220 to 174. I don't think this game is as clear-cut as we may think.
No, I mean, Epsilon, they can hold down this just for 20 seconds. They can be back in the game, and Hawkey's not letting him do that at the moment. 2 kills. Can he make it a 3rd? No. Reedy and Joe, again, regain control of this hard point. They can get back into this machine.
They certainly can, especially if they can manage to pick up the scrap points as well as the rotate. All good in the hood. Of course, middle does go over towards this kitchen area just behind Moose, and so he's going to be holding fast. Nice angle. He's going to be able to surely take down Bats. He does so. Joe again does exactly the same. HXD down, and all of a sudden, this game is about to be a completely level playing field. Yeah,
Josh falls off the map. It seems to be going to pot for the boys of Splyce, but Epsilon still in the hard point, still controlling. Look at them spawns. Splyce are in trouble.
Yeah, they most definitely are. That's going to be at least another 20. Like 2. Look at that number. Look at that 207. It's going to change fast, especially when you see stuff like that. Moose headbutts 2 with his Vespa. Joe gets another one, and all of a sudden, this gap has been closed. Epsilon, they've got the super glue out. They close that one out. An aggressive peek from Moose with the kinetic armor does net himself another. That's 36, his 3rd kill of this life. He could be breaching 40 before this one's over. 225 to 224 now, as this one is about to get deadly.
Yeah, but Splyce back in it. They're in the hard point now, taking control. Let's jump on board with someone a little bit closer. It's none other than Vance once again, nearly dropping 40 kills for his team. But there's 10 seconds, and the rotate is going to come in. Hawkey's in a really powerful position. I'm highlighting him. I'm ready to go over to him as soon as this one is.
Now's the time.
Yeah, but he's got it wrong. They've already rotated. You need to get over there, Hawkey. You need to help out. The time's ticking. 2-3-3 apiece.
They need to play this right. It comes down to kills. Hawkey can only get 1 rated, though. He's filled up the kill feed before. Can he do it now? No. Vance too accurate. Quickly moves trades back. It is quite literally neck and neck, and I absolutely love it. This is Call of Duty, folks. Now they have to try and battle to get to that 250 mark, and it is just so sweaty. They are trying to do their very best. Back and forth, kill for kill, and now 238 to 240. 10 points is all Epsilon need, but Splyce aren't going to make it easy. They breach 240. Still, just 8 points is all they need. Back and forth we go. One player just needs to step up to the plate. It could very well be Hawkey. He picks up 2. The concussion's going to deal with another, as this could be it. Splyce could pick it up, but not just yet. Epsilon are going to wave goodbye. 249. There's the point they needed. Josh responsible, and that's going to be the win.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, the first hard point we see goes down to 3 points. The next goes down to 8. We saw Splyce take pretty much an 80-point game. We saw Epsilon fight their way back into it. Moose has dropped 46 kills and lost. I mean, that's crazy. Reedy and Vortex either side not having the best of games, but it is a team effort. And look at Bance. Not only kills, he defends, he's time on the hill. I can't... FC Blue are taking this. We're obviously just fooling around until we get into the game. However, that has made my prediction a lot easier. Epsilon win 6-0. Easy XP.
Let's do this.
Thanks for
as I return your pen. Splyce versus Epsilon. It's our second game of our best of 5. And already the bands have got interesting. Moose has taken away kinetic armor straight out of the gate. Overdrive as well. They just want to get those specialists down and out. They want to basically get anything that isn't your rapid fire and your high caliber out of the way first. Bance removing the MR6. Talk to me.
Honestly, I mean, if Urban's not in the game,
yeah, you just sit there like, why have you done that, Bance? Maybe. If they take away overkill, that's really going to make sniping difficult. But then again, that's the RK5.
You've got the RK5, you've got the L-car, you've got so many different pistols. Maybe he's just not a fan of it. Okay. And at the end of the day, people have preferences, fair enough, but it's going to be a different game because that first ban is from Vortex. That's the Vesper. Everything else pretty familiar. MR6, bit strange, but, you know, we'll roll with it.
We'll accept it. We'll accept Bance for his sidearm preferences, and we're going to be seeing the flashbang. Maybe, you know, from all we know, that the boys from Epsilon are very much favourable of the MR6. That could be something they've discovered in scrims. They've been shredded apart by the boys of Epsilon and their MR6. Still, it's time for the draft. It's time to see what Moose wants to return the forehand return from Vortex's Heat Wave. And it's going to be active camo.
Okay, Bance, probably
Saw Ripper there, just for a second.
I like making predictions on this because I have no clue, but I reckon Bance Psychosis. Joe will be, oh no, Overdrive's taken. Maybe Annihilator. I mean, he probably
Joe
won't.
does
You
like,
just wouldn't.
Joe does like the Annihilator.
Bance, I got both wrong there. Okay.
Nice try.
I mean, honestly, I have no predictions for this. Reedy, what's Reedy going to use? We've got to think of what's not in play.
I mean, the Annihilator's still not in play, but we're going to give up on that one. Glitch is still available.
Yeah. Psychosis. Okay, 0 out of 6. Let's go. Hawkey, come on, give it. Hawkey's going to choose Psychosis.
Yeah.
I'm choosing it just because Reedy's got it. And Rated is going to have...
No, can they calm?
Glitch.
Glitch.
Oh, Vision Bullet.
Come on,
Hawkey,
Hawkey.
man. Okay, last one. Rated got Glitch. Come on.
3, 2, 1. Vision Pulse response. Two players with Vision Pulse on Search and Destroy, and that excites me because it's the only game type where I've really sat there and thought, you know, Vision Pulse can have a huge impact.
Yeah.
Like, you can be sitting there in a 2v2 in the final round, in the 11th round, and you can press Vision Pulse and know exactly where those last 2 players are. Like, that's welcome to the ideal scenario.
I hope we see like a 1v2, a 1v1 I'd love, and someone to pop Vision Pulse and be like, oh, there he is. And then either run away or just pick up a kill.
But what's beautiful about it is that you get told that you've been seen by it as well, so you just suddenly get paranoid as hell. Like, where the hell does he think I am?
That's a good point, actually, because when your whole body lights up red, you're like, uh-oh. It's like a big danger sign or a big kill sign above your head.
See, my natural instinct is just to sprint away as fast as like, get out.
But you'll probably just run straight into him.
Exactly.
But... we'll have to wait and see as these guys change. All the classes, you've got to do this for Search and Destroy. Of course, a lot of bans coming in will change the game a lot. I want to see it be a bit slower. I think I've just seen such a fast-paced game. I need, first of all, a breath. I can't even speak.
A breath of fresh air?
I need a bit, I was going to say a break, but I don't need a break, just a slower-paced game. Yeah. So I can nice and calmly cast over it, have some fun. But I just want to see a slower play style. And I think we will. Epsilon, they claim that they're obviously one of the best at Search and Destroy. To correct myself, they claim they are the best at Search and Destroy. And since that statement, they have lost a Splyce already on S&D.
On this map?
Yeah.
6-4 was the final result.
Indeed it was. But Epsilon, Splyce, Search and Destroy, Redwood. Joe, planting 8 times for Epsilon.
That's an impressive statistic.
Do you know what that tells me about Epsilon?
What's that?
Joe is the objective player in Search and Destroy.
Wow, you are a truly analytical mind. But that's worth remembering that, you know, you keep your eyes on Joe. When the bomb's in his hands, chances are it's going to go down. He's always been very effective in that role, and I love how it changes. Like, Joe can be at one point and hard point just picking up all the slaying, and then all of a sudden he's down to objective man. Let's have a look though. It's Redwood, Search and Destroy, and I'll let you break it down.
6 rounds. Is the score limit obviously 1st to 6, potential 11 rounds either side. Plant time 5 seconds, diffuse 7.5, very, very standard stuff. If you are unfamiliar with it, get familiar with it. We have a lot of Call of Duty coming your way. Because after ourselves, we have North America. But no Australia today. Bit of a shame. You know, they have their Australia Day. Enjoy that. But
it looks like a blast, by the way, Australia Day. They basically just hang out and, like, chill. Have a good time together.
Chill, dude.
Yeah, man. Either way, jumping into this one on the attack, it's going to be Splyce and specifically Bance, because he's going to be going on the run straight towards middle, casting his eyes. Oh, I love that angle. Wasn't enough there, but he's going to make the call to his team. Like, there's players in middle, there's a whole lot of them, but it doesn't stop Moose finding one with the VMP. Vortex already down and out, and immediately Bance responds. One, no, two! Two quick kills. He's expecting a third with the RK5, but instead, he just has to sit back and wait as another man comes in with Hawkeye.
Yeah, and Rated gets taken down by Hawkeye as well. Epsilon not having the best of rounds to start with there on the defense. I like how they're very ballsy. They went all out there, but Hawkeye there picking up one and taking down. Oh, it's going to be the one bomb.
Beautiful play.
Two straight into the head.
Hawkeye then. I mean, like, do you know where that starts and finishes with Bance? Primarily because he literally saw 3 heads, just immediately pushed surge through middle and made the call. Guys, you know, you've got to anticipate that. Unfortunately, Vortex heard it a little late. He did go down, but immediately 2 for Bance, 2 for Hawkeye.
Yeah, Moose M8 has the only kill of his team. See where they're going.
Looks like they're heading towards the outside area. They've got their coats on, their jackets, they're ready. As they're going to be making an appearance towards the outside area. And Hawkeye's dealt with it already. Just the one, though, as we go back and forth with these assault rifles coming from behind. Moose's job was to hold the back line. It's not going to be working out in his favor as the bomb will go down. But we'll see at what price they have to pay. Reedy is going to be Sniper v Sniper, and Bance connects onto Reedy. Now Sniper down, and the numbers were stacked up against Epsilon, but they leveled it out, and they continue to do so. Joe's RK5 too fierce, and now comes down to Joe. 30 seconds, he's gliding across into this one, and he's only got 28 seconds to keep this one safe.
Yeah, Josh not yet to die or make a kill. But, oh, this could be dangerous. Josh doesn't make the kill. 20 seconds left. He needs to pick this one up.
Yeah, no time really. He just managed to find it 15 seconds. He's going to be gliding just about in the nick of time. He's going to be going for the defuse, trying to draw it out. 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds. He needs to get the kill and defuse now. Time? No, not enough. 7.2 if my eyes don't deceive me. He knows it as well. He's out of there. What that just to preserve his score streaks. And that's going to be round on the board for their opponents. Epsilon pick it up.
That sniper was awesome. You know, he picked it up, he took it,
snatched it from his
it was
greedy.
like, what's this weapon? Okay, I'll give it a go. Bang, straight down on one of the players. But Joe picked up the final kill for his team, making the round go his way. Now 1-1 either side. Go back on board with the attacking team. That will be Splyce. See what they can do here. I mean, we've given Bance enough time. Vortex having a bit of a struggle. Let's go. Hawkeye seems to have started off hot.
Yeah, he's playing the same role, same route every single time. His responsibility is going to be this outside B area. And Josh doing exactly the same thing this time with his SMG. He's going straight forward. In fact, the bomb is and everything. Everyone's coming straight into his party, and Reedy's dealing with it. Is that 2 with the Arcus? What? He seems to constantly be bringing that weapon out to play as he brings out 2, expecting them close quarters, and they deliver. Now can Hawkeye. Notices a one towards that corner. He's got that kill before. Chances are he could very well get it again. Not going to be the one bomb.
Yeah, trying to. It's almost kind of like you're silent. You just think, is he going to? Is he? Yeah, he does. He's got the eyes on him, but not going to make the kill. For who is this going through middle map? It's Bance. Making a bit of a ballsy play here. 2 versus 3, obviously number disadvantage for them. 40 seconds left on the clock. Needs to do something. Primarily needs to pick the kill.
Yeah, not going to happen. Moose is holding a very smart angle, just enabling him to cover absolutely everything he needs to. Now 30 seconds, and he's up against 3. Hawkeye's already stuck between a rock and a hard place, quite literally, considering the boulders to his right and his left. Now 20 seconds, just hoping and praying someone walks into his cross there. He knows he's not got much of a chance in this one, especially if he can't kill Window. He can't, and now he has a decision to make.
Yeah, and he's out there. Really well played from Epsilon. Use the clock to their advantage as well. And surely Hawkeye's going to go down. Yes, he does. That is to Moose in the arcade. 5-2-1 in favor of Epsilon.
Okay. Back and forth we go. Looks like we can watch that one more time. It's just, I love how constant and how prevalent the RK5 is. It just seems so like, well, what is the trigger? What makes someone suddenly switch this side up? Because it seems to be whenever it's close quarters, they switch immediately.
Up close, it's... I mean, if you think basically between an M8 and an SMG, it's that combo. Right. You've got the rapid fire, sorry, the burst fire of the M8, but you've got this kind of hit fire of an SMG. And it's that kind of medium between both. Oh, Bance, I've missed it. I'm sorry.
Oh, it looks like it was a pretty fierce angle as well. Picking up that first blood, and Joe's going to be forced to watch as the rest of his team try and pick up their 3rd round. He's going to be looking in the right direction. Bance with that SVG has a Kuda as well. Overkill, of course, not taken away in that ban and protect.
Should be on board with the attacking team, though. Moose, they've decided to go for a bit of a rotation here. Looks like they're going towards A. Moose is leading the way.
There's no one there to receive him, and he's going to be making that call ASAP. Surely it's going to be the start to rotate from Splyce. Yep, Joe's already on the case. And the bomb still hasn't committed towards Moose. Vortex finds one onto Rated. That's a nice play from Moose. Patience pays off. Sniper now down. It's a 2v2, and Reedy's still not sure he wants to take this bomb.
Oh, Josh picking up an important kill. 1v2. Reedy has the bomb.
He also has a VMP. Going to be kind of putting that Argus to bed for a second. 25 seconds. And that bomb needs to be going down any second now.
Yeah, 21 seconds on the clock. Bomb goes down. 1 versus 2. Look how far away they are. They're going to have to at least use about 15 seconds just to even get back in the game here. And as you see the time ticking, it's all so important. But Reedy, he has no idea where they are.
Yeah, but he does have the beauty of knowing where the bomb's planted and where his opponents need to be coming from. He cannot have been on B, and he's going to get pushed. Who is that? Josh, the audacity with the L car as well. Picks that one up. He's like, you take my MR6, I'll bring out the L car.
Yeah, I love how, you know, the shotguns have come out. The L cars have come out. It's all come out here. Josh versus Reedy there. Josh taking out Reedy, and also leveling things up to a side. Search and destroy. Obviously, I said, you know, it'll be 1-1, 2-2, 3. You can see it happening. You really can.
Yeah, and you can just see that how much both teams want this. They're pulling out all the stops in order to either get their second win, like to have a 2-0 win against Epsilon. 2-0, 2 wins in a row against Epsilon. That would be astounding for Splyce. And, of course, conceding those would suck for Epsilon, no doubt about it. Rated yet to get off the starting mark. He hasn't got a kill yet. Excuse me, I'm dying.
It's okay, cause Bance, he's on the attack. I'm staying on board with him. He's not got the sniper. He's going for this kind of jump at the start just to see where they are. But let's just bring that mini-map up, because the slower paced game has come into play. Bance and Vortex. Who has that bomb? It's got to be Josh. He's 4-1. Like I said in the other game, unsung hero all the time. Sometimes missed for this squad as Bance gets a lot of the limelight. Oh, pop that away. As well as the HC car. Josh has that active camo. Just the way he's venturing out here, so dangerous, but very, very well play off.
Switching around for the L car for that close quarters. The bomb will be going down there because Josh knows he has faith in his teammate, keeping him safe and sound. Nade's going to rain in, not going to be enough, but Reedy's Argus is. He's pulled it out again. I just want to see this one in action. He uses it on the defensive side for that close quarters. Clone goes down, and could you... I mean, is he going to dare? No, not an angle he can really favour him. Reedy's not going to be defusing that one anytime soon. And now it is a 2v3. Splyce still don't have the numbers, but they are going to be leveled up. This is beautiful stuff from Hawkey. Could he find the third? He's looking in the right place at the right time. Joe onto Bance, and now 1v2 not going to happen. Moose again with the RK5. Has he got a kill with his main weapon yet? I do not know. Active camo is made available, and he's got plenty of time to pick up the defuse. That's going to be 3 for Epsilon.
Joe on the flank there made the important kill. Put Hawkey in a 1 versus 2, and Hawkey was like, hang on, I've got one in front of me, one behind me.
Horrible.
Panicked a little bit, and of course Epsilon snatched that away from Splyce. 3-2 for them. And again, this RK5. Because you go in close quarters, it's just a better option. If you want to learn from the best.
Do you know what I've just realised is it's a shame that out of the 2 Outrider classes, Hawkey went for Vision class, Vision Pulse, instead of the Sparrow, because then he could have quite literally been like Hawkeye.
Oh, come on. Well, he was nearly there. He was nearly there, but big fan of Hawkeye.
Yeah, pretty badass.
Why am I still in the defensive squad?
Not too sure, but he's using active camo, and that's going to enable him to sneak straight away underwater. 3 players to find. This very well may be a very exciting round coming out from the boys on the defensive side of things. You can see that bullets are exchanged, and Splyce so far, they've lost a man, and the bomb's going to go down. So this is spelling trouble for them. This could very well be 4, unless they can change it. And Josh spends his own whole life invested into catching Rated, and now Reedy responds in force with the SVG. Could find another one. Whistles past the ear of Vortex as he's in a 1v2. Needs to go on the hunt, though, and this could very well be enough. No, it's not. 4-2, and Epsilon are getting a step closer to that 6.
Yeah, we see finally a bit of a breach in the score as we saw 1-1, 2-2, and now Epsilon 2 rounds back-to-back. You know, it looks like the pen trick did its job before the game, as we couldn't predict it, so we went 50-50, didn't we?
The algorithm said 53% Epsilon. Keep your eye on that.
Oh, yes. Wow.
At 3%. Hard to forget, but I mean, Moose has been an incredible 9 kills. He really has been someone to watch, both on attack and defense. Currently, though, Splyce on the attack, and they are in eyes with Vortex keeping hold of that bomb for now.
And of course, Moose as well. 46 he dropped on the hard point. Let's not forget that. Such a strange setup here for Epsilon. 2 pushing A, 1 sat right at the back of the map, and 1 in B. HC car has gone out. Let's see. Oh, hello!
Hey.
Bit of a...
Robot Wars, man.
Yeah, I was thinking, what was it, Micro Machine or something?
Hot Wheels?
Hot Wheels, that's the one.
Beat that! Now, rated onto Bance. Scans the head of Bance, and immediately you worry for Splyce because the defensive side, the numbers are crumbling. Rudy makes it even more difficult. This could very well be 5 with the Argus. I need to remind you, we haven't seen the kill yet on screen. There goes the Argus player down. Josh can find a second, but no, the angle was being held by Moose as he finds his 10th double digits for the Moose, who is most definitely on the loose. 27 seconds then for Hawkeye to do it all. Doesn't even have Vision Pulse. He hasn't had it once yet.
This is what we talk about. It takes so long to obviously charge certain specialists, especially when you're having a long game like this, you know, 1.5 minutes per round. Time goes down. He won't be taking the victory unless he kills all of them, and that's not going to happen as rated. I think he one-bombed him here. This was disgusting as they take the lead. 5-2, though, once again. Yeah,
you get to see just how quickly he picked up this kill. This, my friends, is the power of the M8 as the...
Oh, it was
it's insane.
I think bullets came in from the window to his left as well. A team effort, I would say.
A team effort. I was going to say, considering missing those first 2 bullets, you were sitting there like, this doesn't feel right. But it's not over yet. Epsilon, however, have kind of completely removed any margin for error that Splyce may not have had. As Reedy's got himself an SVG. Let's see what he does on the attacking side. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he has put that away. I want to stay on board with Moose. 10-3, though. Man of the hour. As he put 46 on the hard point. But Banson rated exchange kills. Reedy and Vortex fall. 3-3.
You got for us Moose, just kind of spot one, makes his presence known, but the bomb's gone in. How did we miss that one? It was Joe then who's gone and done that one, and now it falls to Splyce to pick up this defuse, but there's 3 players standing in their way. Nades are wasted. He does have Heatwave though. And this could very well start to correlate well for Epsilon. 30 seconds, where are Splyce when you need them? 2 versus 3. Make it 1 versus 3. It's rated and Moose. Find it. There's Moose's second. And that, my friends, is all she wrote. Splyce are going to meet the equalizer, meet their demise here in Search and Destroy. And 12 for Moose. I mean, look, these last 2 are just a few. Just a glimpse at how well he's been playing in the Search and Destroy.
Yeah, 12-3. I mean, that's a masterclass of how to play Search and Destroy. Last time we saw this, it went in Splyce's favour. I think it was 6-4. This time, Epsilon, obviously working on their stuff. Answer back. 6-2, though. Quite dominant, I would want to know.
Never mind.
Oh, I'm so hyped up for basically nothing. Hawkeye, he's taken out the MR6. Stock goes well. I'm so intrigued of what you were going to say.
I was going to say if all of Splyce are fragging, then they're going to win. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay. So
I was just trying to find a number that we could work on a threshold.
So you've gone with 18.
I mean, I could have gone for like 25, yeah, but it's not. It doesn't always happen that way.
If all of Splyce hit over 47 kills, I think they will take the victory.
Yeah, 100% chance.
However, if Epsilon match that 47,
then Epsilon will occasionally win.
Do you know what I want right now? Is I want the match predictor of this map. Because the Epsilon was 53%. Can we get the match predictor of Uplink Fringe?
It's just match predictor, I'm afraid, not map.
No. I want it.
You want it, and you'll make it happen.
Because Epsilon have just won a map, so it'll change again.
What, like 50?
I want the fresh one. Josh, last Uplink, 23 kills. Oh, so that's your number? Is that your number you're going for, 23?
Yeah.
Okay.
If every member of Splyce gets above 23 kills...
Every one of them.
Every single one of them, they're guaranteed to win. There you go. That's a boring prediction for you. But so far, though, it's time for that specialist draft. Let's turn our attention back to the players as they've got to try and really knuckle down into this uplink. And we've seen already a wide variety of close uplink games. Of course, not forgetting Giants besting Millennium on this very map and game type.
And for me, there are 6 specialists chose. 5 are all different. Of course, active camo on either side. Scythe, kinetic armor. So we're going to see a variety. You know, it's definitely definitely not a mirror match, am I trying to say, as we see Heatwave and the Tempest on one side. That will be rivaling the Scythe and the Annihilator. Okay. So Epsilon opting for the weaponry. Splyce, 50-50 on either.
I mean,
Oh,
let's read it properly, right?
Yeah.
Kinetic armor and active camo, if they're available, you're taking it on uplink. There you go, guaranteed. You have to take them because it just aids your delivery of that drone so much better. You can make a run with active camo. You can survive with kinetic armor on top of your drone armor. You're feeling good. You're feeling
Same with overdrive. If it's there, you take it. But it's
that
not.
was taken away.
Yeah.
So with those two available, then the rest is kind of personal flavor. Hawkeye taking the Tempest. Kind of, I feel like he fits in the same category as your Mad Cat, and where he just kind of, if it's available and if no one's forcing him to take something, he's going to take his comfort pick. And I feel like the same can be said for Joe and his Annihilator.
Okay. I mean, Joe and the Annihilator has yet to...
Yep, I agree wholeheartedly.
Impress me a lot. But I'm not going to say he's not going to. You know, he's... Last few games that Epsilon have played, they've been tough games. You know, they've been playing like top 5, top 4 teams. So... obviously, Splyce coming up twice in that. Epsilon must want to kind of get their own back, if you like. Updated win. There we go, 52.99%.
Why has that gone down for Epsilon after they won?
That's just the update. That's just the win percentage of Epsilon right now.
Oh, okay.
It's not the. I don't think that's the match predictor. That is the updated win percentage of everything for Epsilon. So 52.99 percentage.
This is getting silly now.
What's the percentage of us bringing up 6 more percentages?
Let's not do that, but I'd say about 106%.
Okay. I personally like all the stats, and for me as a kind of spectator, I've been in the seat where I've sat, you watch a stream and you're like, that's a cool stat, I like that.
Yeah,
so we'll try and bring you as many as possible. Obviously, you know, we will see these boys create classes all the time. So you've got to fill those with enough content. But for me, rated with the scythe is definitely one to watch on Fringe uplink. Score limit unlimited, 5 minutes on the clock, 5-second respawn. That is your uplink. Very, very basic. All you got to do, stay alive, get the drone, pop it in the portal, and you get points for your team. 2 for a carry, 1 for a throw. I'm ready to go.
You're a poet, and you didn't know it, so you thought you'd show it.
I did know it. I did.
You did know it.
I tried to do that.
So we're going to watch uplink and see if they throw it.
Don't do it. I'm interrupting.
Here we go, Fringe, it's going to be going down. It's uplink. Let's have a little look how Splyce vs Epsilon plays out in our third map. 1 for 1. Each team has acquired 1 map win. Let's see if things can change now as we are straight on into the game. And Shiva is coming out to play the wallbang. 1 more bullet would have done it. Didn't quite connect, but already blood has been drawn and the battle for drone control begins. Yeah,
Reedy picking up the Shiva there. Bit of a different choice here. Rated's going to opt for the Man of War, though. Does manage to take down 1. No, that was Joe, actually. He's using the Man of War as well. Is this a 3 AR kind of battle we're seeing? Oh, this is trouble for Epsilon. 4 go down. It's Hawkeye who's picked up 3 of those already. The drone is in the hands of Josh. 1-point play.
Yeah, playing it safe. There's a player just there in front of him. He could have very well thrown it out of his hands and gone for the 2-pointer. Wasn't willing to do so. Of course, I say throw it out of his hands. I mean,
it's got to be a pass.
That's
Manual.
A big pass straight over towards teammate. Vortex is ready to catch it. Does not receive it. There it is, off Peaches. That's going to be 2 now, surely, if Josh doesn't play it right. He does.
I love it.
This is beautiful stuff coming out from Splyce as he managed to make things happen right off the gate.
Yeah, and
not again.
Hawkeye, again, manual pass goes in, but no one is available. Passing it to the opposing team, a bit too much style coming into their Hawkeye. But we talk about style in uplink. It's all about kind of implementing, you know, the points and putting them all in. And it works for them at the moment, as Reedy trying to answer back. He's 1 and 4 at the moment. Has the drone in hand. 3-0 down. Only a minute and a half has passed. Trying to get back in the game.
He's caught a glimpse of someone towards bomb, but he's not interested in that. He just wants to make that 1-point play. I think he's done it. Nice, cool, calm, collected work. Hawkeye's a little late to the party, but he does find 2 with his Man of War. Moose as well with 2 for his vest, but these kills just keep on coming. Epsilon filling up the kill feed. 3 members of Splyce did just get eliminated, but fortunately that drone is loose. And it's HDXD time, defends himself. Defends his corpse at this point. As really did manage to take him down. And now it's Bance's turn to try and make a play. Makes the throw, I believe. No, in fact, he did just get taken down. Staying loose, and the kills just keep on coming.
Yeah, Splyce started off so strong, but it looks like Epsilon are coming back here with a bang. Vortex and Hawkeye combining with that Man of War combo. But rated as well, using the same weapon. It seems to be Man of War's Vespers. It's all going down here on Fringe.
Yeah, not interested in playing that one too close to home. I think for Hawkeye, he's going to get that straight out of bounds and back to middle. As does catch a glimpse of Hawkeye. Not enough, excuse me, Joe, not enough to find the kill. In the meantime, He goes on the hunt with the Arcade 5, going to be pushing around the corners. I think that was a problem because his teammates are making all the right moves. That's a big pass. Josh could go for 2 points as well. He's got Bance to babysit. No need, as that's going to be 5 then to 1, and Splyce looking great here on the uplink.
Yeah, and Hawkey's left to defend all alone. This could be difficult, and bad news, Reedy just trying to get that drone between the barn and the train. Very, very common kind of manual pass. Vortex, though, edging his way closer, and Hawkey, as you said, babysitting, bodyguarding, doing everything, all the hard work, as Vortex could find himself in another position. Does get taken down. Reedy, he's the one to pick that up.
With the active camo available, he thought he could very well get away with 2. I think he could have even been smarter and just gone away for that 1 point and taken it wide. But hindsight, once again, it is 2020. Currently, we are hearing a Tempest play out. It's Hawkey's pulled that one out to play. He's got 5 left. He's going to miss the shot initially. He makes it up for it on Reedy. And this is another one. What on earth is happening? Where are Epsilon? It feels like Splyce have more players than Epsilon.
I think, again, I've not seen a team play this side so well. And they're locking it down.
Look at this, like, Hawkey's got 15, Josh and Bance are just 1 away from 10, and not one member of Epsilon has even breached 10. There we go, Rated gets it, but so did Splyce, as they get another 9 to 1.
Yeah, drone's got to go in, and Hawkey's going to be able to throw it away. No one available to pick it up, but very, very important nevertheless, because that drone's so far away. This could be sneaky from Josh.
Oh, if the drone had been easily acceptable, he could have gone for 1 point. It's no way! Don't you dare! It was so close. Fortunately, Moose saves the day. We'll see how long that is, as Moose is going to be picking that one up, and it's still thrown out of bounds. It feels like it's just the same old story for Epsilon, as they are being trounced, I believe is the word at this point in time. He has kinetic armor, but he wants to save that. It cannot be used for anything other than a 2-point play at this point.
And you see that, I mean,
Moose, not sure how I feel about that.
You're now one down, he's trying to make some ground. And again, I mean, if it leads to it, it was worth it. If not, it's a real shame. But Rated, they're pulling out the stock. Scythe comes in. Let's see if Rated can put this in for a 2. No! They could have just used all their specialists as Josh throws that out, did he? Oh no, it is. I'm trying to
still loose. The satellite carrier is down. It's right next to base. It's right at home, but Splyce are picking up the kills. All the kills they need to. In fact, everything is safe and sound. Hawkey's got it. He's got that back to middle, and they invested so much. Epsilon put 3 specialists into that one, if I'm not mistaken, and nothing coming of that. Instead, 9 to 1. And 14 seconds left on the clock. Epsilon, they're going to be desperate for that 3rd. They need to make it 3, at least. And it looks like he's going to be able to walk it home just for the 1 before being caught off by Vortex.
Yeah, it's the games that these boys play is honestly, it's ridiculous how fast-paced it is. It's making my job very hard to keep up with how quick the drone is being passed to another, but just keeping on board with who's picking it up, when they pass it to each other. But I am not complaining at all. I think it is insane watching this fast-paced game play. But first round, Splyce, how good did they look on that side? Ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous. Now the question is, what have you got, Epsilon? What have you got? Because if I'm Splyce, I'm sitting there thinking they have to come to us. We'll be seeing how they do choose to play this one out now, as it's going to be... We were sticking on board with Epsilon just to see exactly what they choose to bring to this one. Look at the heavy mid-presence from Splyce, and already they're racking him up.
Yeah. HC car comes out. I think... I'm not sure I like that, because it takes him out the game. Who's got it? It's Josh. He's gone for the 1-point play. Not going to make it, though. Vortex does go down. Hawkey, only one left alive. Very important kill, though. Every kill counts at this stage. Bance. Ooh, Bance, is he opting for that? He is. He's opted for the Vesper. Put the assault rifles away. Looks like his teammates Hawkey and Vortex doing enough work for them.
I love how flexible this Black Ops has made players. Like, you just have to be able to play everything. And that's exactly what they are. With the ban and protect, you just cannot have that comfort pick. And so far, they're 9 to 2. We're going to be seeing Joe and Moose picking up 1 apiece, and still, finally, Epsilon are going to be starting to make a play. They have the drone in hand, and it's going to be close, actually, pretty dangerously close as they make the move. Rated's there to clear out the way as well. He's got his scythe out. He does come down to what they can do. Didn't pick up the 2 points. They get it. What was that? Josh keeps everything safe, and sound. Bance does exactly the same. The drone's back to base, and Epsilon's 2-point dreams have been dashed.
Yeah, super, super important kill from Josh there. Those are the game-changing kills. He's got 14. That was definitely the most important. And you see him fall once again, back-to-back. Joe's got the Annihilator. Let's see what he can do to change the game.
So far, taking down Vortex. He's anticipating a player pushing towards this barn door. Instead, he's going to go aggressive. Of course, you have to remember the hipfire is awful on the Annihilator, and it's going to cost him his life and his specialist. As Bance picks that one up, the pass has been made, and Moose is like, anybody coming to pick that one up? Hello? Pops the kinetic armor, scoops it out, and plays it for the reset. He invested an entire specialist just to keep that number at 9.
He could have gone for a run there. He really could with his kinetic armor. But no, takes down Bance. He's opting for the slaying route. Vortex has that drone, though. Where is he going? He's got the backup of his teammates.
That's a 1 point.
Go
for the one. He's used the camo. It is going to be a one. He's wanted to make sure I was absolutely certain. They reached 10. And all of a sudden, you're sitting there wondering, where on earth Epsilon are coming from? Nice movement from Hawkeye, just bunny hopping around on the wall, keeping that angle held. I do see a Heatwave available. I do see HCXD available. And I think so far, at this point in the time, they can just sit there and wait. This is what we're going to be seeing from Splyce now. They're going to go on a bit of a slay and keep things, keep their enemy at arm's length.
Yeah, Reedy has picked up the drone, trying to progress. 12-21, has that active camo. He's got a 2-point from it, and he's got the kill. This could be big. Reedy does make the 2-point play. Also, him and Rated picking up kills.
It's so important to get that kill afterwards as well. It makes such a difference, killing that player right towards his own spawn, but there doesn't look like anything else is going to be made of this one. The drone is towards Peaches. Vortex is going to get that straight out. Not interested in that play. Really scoops it up again. I just feel like Epsilon know that this is that kind of doomsday at this point, and the kills are coming in. Moose gets one. Vortex needs to hold steady. Excuse me, Hawkeye does. As you can see him just locking this one down. Josh gets it out of play, and it just feels like the same story again and again, Phil. Yeah,
it really does. And for me, it was, you know, Splyce, they had that early lead, and they've kind of ran with it. They're not trying to extend it too much. They're playing a little bit more defensive, maybe playing for a streaks as well. But Hawkeye, super, super impressive. And I hate to declare my love anymore, but Band's 27 and 15. Maybe that's 16, but nevertheless, really, really stepping up his game.
Indeed he is, and with 1 minute 30 on the clock, this is it. Epsilon, you are running out of time. If ever you were going to make the comeback, this is all you have left to work with. 90 seconds thrown onto that clock, and I'm starting to worry for them. As Rated and Reedy, yes, they're getting the frags, but that's not enough. Rated gets a second now. That's starting to get a little bit concerning. Here comes the move. This could be 2. They need to make it 2. He needs to cap the frag. Oh my god, Moose has survived. He's made it 6. Now 70 seconds. Epsilon need to do the same again. Need to be kicking up the frags as well, though. You cannot afford just to sit by and watch Splyce fill up that kill feed. Looking for the wallbang. Doesn't come in. 60 seconds and counting.
Yeah, Joe needs it back with his teammates, and he needs it urgently. Not going to get it. Bance shuts him down, and really, this is where we see the, you know, Bance and the guys of Splyce just kind of lock up, just kind of get this middle ground and just stay tight. Josh has pulled out an assault rifle to do so, and look at that. He's playing it out of bounds.
Awkwardly as he possibly can. Did it stay on the roof? I think
no,
it didn't.
Went there.
I think it slipped straight on towards Long.
No, it's on the roof.
Is it on the roof? Okay.
Yeah.
Really
Unfortunately,
I thought he could have just rolled off into that hallway.
Yeah.
But no, he's played it perfectly. That's of course going to be 15 seconds before we do see that one back in play.
He's still on the roof. There it is. Oh, that's such a
jammy play.
Strategical play.
19 seconds and Rated's going to make the move. He's not going to be enough though. Even if he gets the 2-pointer, they know it as much as we do. That's just going to be 8. They're going to make it look more reasonable, but 10 seconds. The drone will have time to reset. What have you got, Reedy? He's got active camo and 6 seconds. How fast can you run, boy? 4, 3, 2, 1. Not going to happen. And we are going to go ahead and crown your winners in this third game. It's Splyce. They take up Blink.
And it comes down to the slaying side of things. You said 17, I think your number was. If Splyce get over it. For me, you know, it maybe would have been a bit more. And I just think really looking at either side, they outslayed, they did the job, really had a bit of a tough game. Don't know why that was particularly. Maybe that was because he's gone into this new kind of SMG role and Fringe is a very assault rifle favored.
How Capture the Flag does play out here on Breach.
And don't forget the last Breach Capture the Flag we saw. That was insane. The Spanish Giants overcome the God Squad that was Millennium. When you get two teams like Splyce and Epsilon, though, we've kind of favored Splyce in the respawns. We've gone for Epsilon in the search and destroys. But that wasn't the case last time. Epsilon did take a respawn from Splyce, and Splyce did take a respawn, a search and destroy from Epsilon. Running through this ban and protect very quickly machine. MR6 band, overdrive band, very standard stuff for this one. We've seen the MR6 and stock band all the time here. Something which is from Rated and Band, but either team as well.
Yeah, so I mean, diving into this one, you have to worry a little bit about where the concussion and the flash is going to be breaking coming out. We saw how powerful they can be alongside maybe a heat wave, stuff like that. But kinetic armor, it looks like the same case, the same things happened as we did happen last Capture the Flag, where it looks like the specialists have been decided already.
Yeah, Bance Reedy, I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it's an internal glitch or something like that. But nevertheless,
I mean, those picks make sense. I'm looking at them now. But then again, I'm pretty sure active camo was banned. Wasn't it?
I don't know. I know overdrive was banned.
Overdrive was
Short-term
banned.
memory loss, boys.
So we don't have Overdrive, so
Suffer
maybe,
from it.
maybe it is just in the creator class. Let's just assume it is.
And don't forget as well, if you're sat there, you're watching some great Call of Duty, you're having fun, the next game we have is infused an XL.
Yeah.
Like, we go from one fantastic game to another amazing game. Let's look at some capture the flag stats. Joe and Moose both cap a flag per game on average. I like it. So, will we see that again? Probably. Most likely.
I would not be surprised.
But it's against Splyce this time.
It's not going to be easy, and I don't know. Who would you say is going to fill that role of Broken? Because, I mean, we were singing the praises of Broken on
it's got to be rated. Has to be rated. I don't think there will be a role like that on Splyce.
Right.
They're a team that'll push out, they'll slay, they'll push more, they'll slay, and they'll work as a team. They'll go in like a line, of a squad, whereas I think Epsilon might have maybe rated sat a little bit further back.
All right, looking forward to seeing how this one does unfold. We're about to be loading on in. You can see those specialists as well. We'll go through them right now. Splyce, we have Bance on the, excuse me, Heatwave, Tempest for Hawkeye, Vortex on the active camo, Josh on the kinetic armor, and why don't you walk us through Epsilon?
Epsilon there, Reedy, also going for the active camo, kinetic armor for Moose. That Cypher rated so lethal, and Joe sticking with the Annihilator. Again, didn't impress me on that.
Yet we have yet to see like a kind of a jaw-dropping play with the Annihilator. We've seen it on Tommy. We've seen it from not Joe, excuse me. Who was the other? Oh, we always do this. There's another member. Nolson, you're right. Nolson likes to pick that one up as well. Thank you for that. But we said already, it's Breach, capture the flag. We said it can get pretty dicey, and that's, of course, because of just how accessible every single part of the map is. There is no, like, you know, we just played Redwood. On Redwood, there's that very distant A platform area. It's so separated from everything else. On Breach, if you're on either side of the map, you can be on the other side in like a matter of seconds.
Of course. Now, last time we saw it, we did see Overdrive was usable from...
Made a big difference.
Millennium Giants. This time we don't. It's not available. You've got to work more as a team. You can't make any solo plays. Of course, you can make solo plays. It will always help. However, Capture the Flag, such a team-based game.
Yeah, and we are just going to be fixing that shenanigan up and be coming straight back in. I think it was just to do with specialists. So we're going to resolve that one and jump straight back into the game. But, I like that. I like that we kind of highlighted that there isn't going to be that anchor player. Broken, the kind of anchor role is not going to exist for Splyce. It's just that August is going to go aggressive. Does that not leave a hole in their defense?
I don't think it does. I don't think they have a defense and attack. They just have like a team kind of wall, if you like, kind of progressing. You'll push up, you'll make a wave of kills, you'll push up, you'll get another wave, obviously if they're successful, and that's when you can grab the flag and run back. But not only run back with the flag, you run back as a team. You run back.
Like two people with their backs turned, you kind of just picking that up.
Brothers in arms, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Dramatic.
But I don't really... I think if we do see a broken side, it's probably from Rated, but I don't think Rated's that defensive. I think Epsilon, we said that these teams match up so perfectly because things like this, they're going to do probably the same. You've got to push up as a team. You can't basically say, see you three guys, in a minute I'm sitting back here, you three go and fight them four. Because at the minute, it's just the way you did that, I found it. But yeah, because you basically, when you sat in that spot where Broken was, you're basically sending your three players up against four. It's numerical advantage. We see it in Search and Destroy. It doesn't end well. So you want to push up as a squad, work as a squad, win as a squad, celebrate as a squad, hashtag squad.
Squad. It's a weird sounding word. Squad.
Squaddy.
Squad. Unusual word. Do you ever have that where you say a word so much?
Stay on Call of Duty.
Sorry.
Stay on Call of Duty.
Do this.
He was working his way out of it. He was.
I wasn't. I'm back to Call of Duty. I'm sorry. It's just, I mean, it's making it difficult because we just had a delay again.
No, okay. Delays mean we can talk other things.
Because we're about to. Do you know what we're going to do? Is we're going to go back into the Ban and Protect and watch everything we just watched.
No,
again.
I don't think we are. Okay, yes, we are.
All right.
However,
it's specialist draft time. We had the Ban and Protect. That's nice.
I know. What are they doing here?
This doesn't look right. Why doesn't this look right?
They usually...
It says specialist draft, but we can't see it.
I don't know.
Right.
So, you were talking about squads and quads.
So we're allowed to go off topic now?
We are, just for a little bit. I'll rein you in. Like, you know when the mother has that has the reins on the toddler, it's like, get back here.
That's so crazy. Like, they gave you hands for a reason, dude. You just hold your baby's hand. Anyway, specialist draft.
I know, but you want to just let him run free. It's like a dog. You're like, let him free.
Let him free.
And when you get near the road, it's like, get back here.
6 meter radius, just run around in circles. All right, we are going in, and it does look like the specialists were the right ones.
Okay.
We're getting then into you better have guessed it. It's Breach CTF. You know the deal by now. We don't need to be talking about that. Instead, we need to talk about how this one is going to be going down. It's 2-1 in favor of Splyce.
Splyce have a chance to finish it. I mean, I'm stating the obvious, but for you guys at home, this could potentially be the last map in the series. Splyce can, you know, I think if Splyce get like the first flag, then it's going to change the game. They're going to sit back, they're going to hold tight and just kind of play it out with that clock. We're into the game. Talking of the game, I'm saying talking of Splyce, I want to stay on board with them. Josh is using extended mag Vesper, Mano War for Bants. Oh, we've seen Bants with a Mano War on this. Oh, I feel like he's my favourite. I shouldn't have favourites. You're slowly not becoming my favourite with that shot. Bants, it is Reedy. He's shooting him down. He's using the XR2. Bit of a different choice, but both kills going in favour of Epsilon here. Yeah,
so far so good. The first 20 seconds have passed, and blood has been drawn. Looks like the response is immediately taken, though. Hawkeye finds Rated with his Vesper. Vesper's been making an awful lot of appearances so far. As, again, Reedy with the XR2. Very, very contained shot. Very accurate as well.
Sorry there. Reedy was... You know, we saw him not slaying too well in the previous games, the previous respawns. He's opted to take the broken role.
He's being rated, yeah. You said it was going to be rated. Looks like Reedy's going to be the one to do it. The Jedli duo takes it in turns, it seems. Now Josh is on the roam again. And what specialist is Josh?
Josh has just died, so I will jump on board with him in a second. But Bants, again, opting for... has he chosen this? He has. He started with a Man of War. He's gone SMG. Maybe like this Vortex-Hawkeye combination is enabling Bants to kind of... Oh, no! How is Joe still alive?
Joe the Sponge.
Yeah, he's taking down the Hawkeye, putting one bullet into him and watching him fall. Let's just bring up that minimap. To answer your question, Vortex is your broken. There we go, but let's just go on board. It's Josh. Josh is definitely not a defensive player.
So he's using Vision Pulse. That's what surprised me. I saw it, I was like, Outrider, he's surely not going Sparrow, but no, we are going to be seeing Vision Pulse then in play here for CTF. 3.5 minutes on the clock and still no flags ran, I do say that. But you can see just how much of a defensive kind of flex we're seeing from Splyce. Vortex and Hawkeye are both just digging their heels in at base. I mean, I don't think we've seen Vortex move from that spot at all.
No, he's 2-0 at the moment. I think obviously with... the important thing about Capture the Flag is score streaks. And you can quickly rack them up if you know, get a couple of kills back to back, maybe pull a flag. You can do this. One person definitely not going for score streaks at the moment is Bants, though. He's going to make a massive play. He's taken down Moose, and he's done the right thing turning around, otherwise he would have ran into a wall of trouble. But he's got no protection, no bodyguards, no babysitters, as we say. Oh, I love this play. He's literally worked this perfectly. He's
completely maneuvered his way around the entire map, avoiding and evading the boys from Epsilon. I say that, though, his teammates need to make sure that flag stays safe. He has himself a heat wave. This almost is a guaranteed cap. I say that. You've got to make sure you play it right. He has. Beautiful movement coming out from Bants. Not only can he frag, he can also move.
Oh, Bants is still going. 4 and 3. He's on a 100 away from his lightning strike. He needs to play for this for sure.
I think he's going to find it as well. Gets a fresh magazine. Takes down Rated. See you later, Alligator. 50 away from the Hellstorm as well. Not only has he capped that flag, but he's also in a good place to pick up those streaks. And you just said already, capture the flag is all about the streaks.
Yeah, and Josh, wall running round. Reedy finds him. Bants still staying back. We're going to leave Bants there because... Oh, and Vortex as well. Joining the real defensive team here. I think we'll be jumping on. In fact... We're going on board with Epsilon.
Smart. Let's see what they can do. I mean, Moose is going to be probably positioning himself to come up on this outside greenhouse, this flowers room. Nope, doesn't want to go on the rooftop instead. He's just going to be expecting someone to overextend. But little do they know, Vision Pulse has come out and Joe's immediately sliding out of there. But information gathered all the same. They know where they're positioned. They know that they're going to be coming from either side. And it kind of puts a little bit of fear into the Epsilon boys.
Yeah, kinetic armor is going to be popped. Moves. This is where he can make an impact. To go down, flag is going to be pulled, and this is a perfect play because who is that? It's Reedy. He just made a massive kill. This has got to be a flag for them. Who is that? Who is it? It's Josh.
He's making the move. Josh is, excuse me, going to pick this one up, I assume, all safely. The Red Boys are going to have to try and
Oh my
keep
goodness.
this one. Epsilon are on the hunt. He's going to try and run away. Reedy and Joe are going to get them. Surely he's going to go down. The flag does. Rated's run is most definitely going to be successful. That's 1-1. And Josh, he tried everything. He tried absolutely every trick in the book, but he knew there was almost no way out from the route he chose.
I didn't like the super defensive from Splyce because it's what I keep saying. You know, you play 2 at the back, you basically send 2 in against 4, and you're going to be caught with, you know, 4 players kind of rushing into there. Look at the pickup from Joe there, just skims over it like a helicopter, picks it up, but he does get taken down. Rated here. Oh, trade after trade, and last man is Reedy. He's nowhere to be seen. Oh, a little bit. Oh, is he going to use his Annihilator? Not going to use it just yet. Interesting pick from Reedy, actually.
I mean, especially on CTF. I mean, you can clip someone's heels as he's going. I mean, there's a lot of distance. I can see maybe a use for the Annihilator, but it's not as crystal clear as you would perhaps expect. The Scythe, again, in a similar boat. Come around the corner, though. He's going to come to that one great angle. Who is that? Hawkeye holding that unpredictable angle is going to enable him to pick up that kill, and we're going to be seeing a level playing field, it seems, then, coming into our second half. And it does just leave a lot to the imagination. There's a whole lot more that can still go down in this game.
And what a way at the moment, you know, they're so close, yet they're going into the second side, drawing once again. These teams, I mean, for me as well, yes, there's $200,000 per stage, but so many bragging rights on the line. I mean, so much kind of prestige to play for here. And we're going, I mean, this is game number 4 of 5 games today, and obviously 5 tomorrow as well. But we are nearing the end. This potentially could be the last map of the series. Splyce 1, Epsilon 1, let's kick it off.
This 5 minutes is going to be very telling. And if it does get taken into a search and destroy, you can't help but wonder whether or not Epsilon would pick that up. Vortex has pulled out the Scythe early. He's looking to tear down and maintain mid-control. Hawkeye's already done that by taking down Rated on the other side of things towards that Flowers side. But no, Joe takes down Vortex's head before he fires a bullet of the Scythe. And you can see this 2-man offensive from Splyce. And there comes the vision pulse. What can he spot from that one? Does it look he's going to have an eyes on one? Nice pre-aim. It's only going to be for a short period of time, though, before Reedy turns up with his Annihilator and picks up 2 on the offensive. And
again, counter cap. This potentially could be Moose has just meleeed Vortex. And he's picked up another kill. That's 2 back-to-back with the flag. He is clear away. The only person to stop this is probably Josh on his wall run.
I don't think he's got it.
No,
I don't think he's got time. I think that's going to be guaranteed 2-1, especially when Kinetic Armor. No, that was a Scythe, excuse me. It did get popped. Rated's going to make it. And we're going to be seeing that picked up, scooped up by the Epsilon player. Was it Joe?
It was Moose.
Moose was the one to pick up the melee, excuse me.
Yeah, Moose picked up the flag, hit the melee, made a second kill, and probably no doubt Moose got streaks. Yes, he has.
Bringing that Hellstorm on, he's going to be causing a lot of problems as he's going to fire off that missile. Didn't quite manage to get the angle, but he's going to have the information gathered. And oh, look at this from right under their noses. Hawkeye's making the run. He needs to get them both. He changes his mind. This is going to potentially cost him the... I was going to say the exchange, but no, look at that. He's still on the run. How on earth is he still breathing? He's going to call in the lightning strike. He needs to get this right because Hawkeye, he's surely going to hear that. Reedy, fortunately, does all the work for him. He could very likely beat the lightning strike. A whole lot of talking to be done, and a whole lot of talking already has been. I have to apologize.
Yeah, flag return back to base. 2-1, still Epsilon. And you find yourself in their base as well. Joe, heat wave. I mean, I knew that was kind of coming, but it was just so well played there from Joe. Now, just playing it out. He has the flag. He knows he's not got the support of his team. Let's just see. Oh, look at him. He's getting pincered in. He needs Rated to back him up.
He certainly does, and I mean, look, 3 minutes on the clock, you've still got so much to play for, but Joe, you are not going to get out of this one scar-free. Surely not, but Rated's made it happen. Josh and Hawkeye both down. This is getting closer and closer to that 5th map. If they get this, this is going to be 3-1, and Splyce, they've had body bags brought out, and it looks like we are going to be seeing 3 for Epsilon. This is a kind of spring to life, a step to action from the boys of Epsilon, and they want to take us into search and destroy.
And that is what we will be seeing if this continues. I said respawn, I said Splyce. How wrong could I be? Epsilon really stepping up to the place. Once again, Moose, you know, he dropped 46 in the hard point. He dropped double figures in the search and destroy, and he's already hitting 13 kills, top fragging out of both teams here on the capture the flag. Just gets better for them as it's 3-1. But Rated and Reedy, last alive here.
2 minutes on that clock, and you know, you got to wonder, what have you got for us, Hawkeye? He's closing in on that flag. He's got to find that player, though. Pops Kinetic Armor, doesn't even need it. Great play from him. He's going to scoop that up. Now, Josh, what have you got? Keep me safe and sound. Pushes through Flowers. Not a romantic gesture, though, because you have to remember Epsilon aren't going to be picking up the flag of their own. It comes down to survivability. Who's got it for the other side? It is Moose, who's going to be making that run. And there's one player to try and deal with it. It's Josh. He's holding the perfect angle. You need to get this kill and get that flag return. He walks, feeds it straight to him. Moose jumps in his jaws. It was Moose, of course. I was trying to say, but Joe in the meantime gets the return. And we are still sitting at 3-1. Both players going hunting and both players bringing back a buck.
Yeah, Josh, two-piece and a return. I bet he thought it was in the bag. He was back in the game, but Joe said no. 11 and 9, Joe. Two really, really important kills there. Probably the most two he's made all series. 3 and 1 for Epsilon. Only 1 minute 20 on the clock. This is basically... oh, I was going to say they need to pull it down, and they have done.
Wow. Rated didn't quite get the bullets on the man he needed to. Bance is going to scoop that up, but I mean, time's becoming a problem. Yes, Splyce, if you do get this one, you've still got to catch another, and I think that's well kind of weighing heavily on the minds of Splyce. They realize that this run is not going to be enough on its own, as they're going to catch that one, but still 2-3, and this is going to be an intense 50 seconds.
Yeah, they can do this, but so much goes into it. And for me, you know, the defensive setup, I mean, look at Moose. He's holding mid-map, just waiting for the player. I love how Joe's still going on the offensive. Reedy's got the Annihilator out, and only Bant is alive. This could be difficult.
Yeah, I like what he's doing here.
Just pulled the flag?
Bance is going to be trying to make the run. He's going to say no. Joe did manage to swipe that away, but 28 seconds left, and there's no man on either side trying to kind of cross the line, cross the border. We've only seen the HCXD come out, but 20 seconds. I don't even know if they can make that run without overdrive at this point in time. 19 seconds, 18 seconds, time becoming a problem. They haven't even had a chance to close in. It's just on to Josh then. 14. What have you got for us? Absolutely nothing as the Heatwave defends it, and we are going to see a 5th map. Search and Destroy is happening, folks. You better believe that this game is once again, they met last time, it went to the 5th map. They've met again, and it's going to the 5th. Can we see that curse broken and see if Epsilon can pick up the win?
Yeah, really excited to see this last map. These teams, they will have played 10 maps against each other. They've both gone to the 5th map every single time. And I really, you know, going into this with an open mind. Splyce have won a Search and Destroy before. Epsilon have won Search and Destroys. I think at the moment it's 2-1 in favor. I am sorry, history is important. It's me who's just
damage is done. Damage is
silly.
Done, Phil.
And I need a spade. I'm digging myself out of this one.
It's time for Infection, it's time for Search and Destroy, and it's time for the Ban and Protects, the final of the series. Where are you taking us? Hawkey gets out of the Vesper, and we're going to be seeing an M8 Protect from Joe. He's interested in keeping it in play, and look at that.
No more Reedy August.
That's the target ban, and I love it.
Yeah, target ban for sure. Joe protecting the M8 there as well was a big one. Active camo taken away, no surprise there.
Can't get over the fact there's Argus in the ban and protect. That's an achievement for Reedy. Reedy has achieved something today. Even if he doesn't win, he managed to get the Argus banned.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we'll see some more stuff like that. Maybe that's Reedy's individual goals.
Did you see what he did in Search and Destroy?
Oh yeah, I mean he got a double kill.
Twice.
Yeah, 2 double kills. But nevertheless, not this time. Ruin Overdrive. That has slipped through the net though due to these other bans. So we're going to see some fast action gameplay from Joe. More than likely you'll see that on Josh as well.
Yeah, MR6 didn't slip the net though. So that's one of those things you have to kind of question. I'd love to kind of get their voices on it, just to hear what they have to say about why they keep trying to get that MR6 out of play in this matchup. Maybe they just don't feel like they can compete with it and don't want to kind of battle against the Pocket Shiva.
Pocket Shiva, I like that. I like that a lot. But the Shiva slipped through. As we see, an awesome stat just flash up there and flash down. One thing that I would say is, stats aside, this team, both teams are fantastic. Both teams have beat awesome teams. They've come up against the best, and they've proven why they're in the COD World League. For you guys at home who are kind of saying, you know, I think this team should be in it, or this team, these guys have battled through it time and time again. They're scrimming for every single day. We've seen pro players put in like 12 hours a day.
Oh yeah,
you know, I've seen people like Marky B, Tommy. You know, they're putting some serious game time, and as well, the Splyce and Epsilon boys will be doing so too. Splyce last won this 6-2 when they last played it.
Yeah, versus Infused no less. Of course, Infused haven't been in tip-top shape as of our second week, but we'll be finding out how they are into our next play day. Of course, excuse me, into our next game coming up after this one. We'll be finding out though, as it's time for us to jump into the action after the classes are created. I'm looking at casting my eyes over this ban and this specialist draft, and I'm not seeing too many changes. Just that one glitch for Vision Pulse.
Oh, Reedy. Reedy's gone.
Keeping
You
it
can
cheesy.
take my Argus, but you cannot take my Vision Pulse.
Still don't think he's done much with it.
No. But it'd be interesting to see if he
I think
does.
it's one of those, you know, once every 5 times, you have it when you need it. Like, you're going to be in situations where you could really use a Vision Pulse and you won't have it.
God damn it, why don't I have Vision Pulse? And then you're like, oh, I've got it. And it's like, yeah, I don't need it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I think it's just going to really be... But that one time, it could very well be in that 11th round, as I highlighted before. We're finding out, though, guys, as we're going to be loading into this one. If you have just joined us, you're wondering, why should I care? I'll tell you why. Because this is map 5 in the series. It is, of course, a best of 5. They're taking it all the way. Splyce versus Epsilon. Last time these two teams met, it went all the way again. And Splyce bested Epsilon in Search and Destroy Redwood. They've already conceded Redwood. Now it comes down to Infection.
I'm just trying to think from kind of the start to the finish of today. You know, we've seen a 3-0. We've seen a 3-1. We've seen a 3-2. Now, you know, we're going to see another 3-2. We're getting closer. These games that we're playing are getting closer and closer. You know, we saw in like game week 1 like 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-1. I love the fact that, you know, teams are rising to the occasion. They're getting better. They're fighting back. And this has to end on this map. Infection S&D, I'm super excited to get involved. Of course, for you guys at home, it's 6 rounds, potential of 11 rounds in total. Plant time of 5, diffuse time of 7.5. Just keep you around the clock is what we're trying to say. That is one confusing map looking at that.
It always blows my mind. I'm sitting there like, oh, okay, we've got a bird's eye. No, we don't. That's a tank.
And then, like, that's confusing enough, but say you, like, zoomed out on the whole thing, it's just a massive floating rock.
Yeah, just to completely blow your mind.
Yeah.
Of course, because we're in someone's imagination, I believe, if you played the campaign.
Not played it, don't spoil it. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
4 M8s! Okay,
M8s,
and what, let's see. Oh,
on the
got the
attack,
sniper.
no
Can
less.
I stay on board with Reedy for a second?
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Not I know what angles he's going for, but there's nothing there for him.
Nope. Let's go this way.
But I mean, I'm intrigued by this. No SMGs, but they're on the attack. Usually you expect like some close quarters action with an SMG, but I mean, they have RK5s for that. And they're coming around the corner already. Bance has got one, moves down. Oh my god, a second. Reedy's gone. And Splyce, they just jump into action quite literally. Here's the case with those thrusters. Checking their corners, trophy system now down, and he's going to have to pay the ultimate price for that one. Joe finds himself a double, and now just onto
He's
Hawkeye.
found himself a triple.
What on earth is going on? Joe's just turned himself on. Now he's got himself a trophy system and a HCXD. Watch him use it to find that final kill. It's one man to find. It is going to be Hawkeye, and Joe has just exploded here on Infection.
Yeah, Joe has turned a 2 versus 4 into a 2v1, which, you know, it's a game changer. Never to miss. But Hawkeye, M8 on your... M8? M8 wielding for himself. Right, now he's located 1, but he's revealed his location, and you see Epsilon just running away. But no, Rigton, you can't get away from Hawkeye. 1 versus 1. Joe versus Hawkeye.
20 seconds and the H60 is becoming like starting to burn a bit of a hole in his pocket. Here it comes. It's time to see some driving. Does he have? He does have flak. Now the bomb can go in safely. There's no way this H60 can kill him. Little does Joe know. He may be getting all excited about this one, but that's the flak jacket comes in. The bomb did go down, and now Joe looking for the ace, and Hawkeye's going all the way around. What is this game?
Oh, this is just too tense, man. Joe thinks he's middle map. Hawkeye has done 1 over on it. He's right around the back. He's seen the bomb. He's not being diffused. He's off again. See you later.
Where's it going? Hawkeye cannot stop moving. He really has got adrenaline pumping through his veins, as have we. And we are just the spectators. 20 seconds. He needs to check his corners. Needs to watch out for that rock face. He's going to get caught. Surely going to be eliminated. Joe finds the ace. And what an incredible round to be a part of. But the first round, just the first, folks, goes the way of Epsilon.
It goes the way of Joe. Look at that.
Hello, Overdrive. Wait, what? Overdrive in round 2?
Oh my goodness, what a way to finish this game.
Trophy system.
Now that's the one for the highlight reel. Joe, I want to see his 3-peat. We missed it. Obviously, we were watching the attacking team. We saw Josh. We saw Bant. It was like, whoa, it's all going in his favor. And then suddenly...
Do you not think Hawkeye could have just been a little more static?
Yeah, I mean, he could have been. But when he got hit by the HC car, he had no idea where Joe was. So when he's running around, he still has no idea. He didn't actually see him once. All he sees is getting shot in the back. But let's stay on board with Joe. Has he used his HCXD? Did he? Yeah, oh, yeah, he did.
He used it in the
oh,
clutch.
my... short-term memory.
There it is.
Come
now.
on, Phil.
Let's see. He's put his rifle to bed, and instead he's going to be bringing the VMP in. Cooks the nade. Nothing going to come from that one. Does have a dart, though, and he's only 100 away from lightning strike as well. So all eyes on Joe for now. Hawkeye does draw blood, though. Really gone. And that bomb's going to be going down, I would assume, soon. I say that, though. They are just taking their time. Look at this.
They are.
Complete standstill. There's a player just across towards Sandbag. It's going to be...
Oh,
look at
no.
that plant.
I didn't
Rated
know
a
you could do
safe
that.
plant. Teaching us there's something every day. He's going to be able to get away from that one completely scar-free. 40 seconds. What have you got, Splyce?
See what they do have. They have 4 players, that's for sure. And that's going to be 2 of them. Rated, he's not going to be able to take down Bance, as Bance makes it a 4v2. They were in this position last time. Joe managed to make it a 2v1. Can he do it again? Joe and Moose have made it a 2v2.
Joe, 5 for 0. That's lightning strike. Can he do one better? He slides on in. That's going to be 6. The man cannot be stopped. Moose gets it. 2v4. Epsilon against all odds. Find 2.
They've just turned a 4v2 again into a 2v1, and again they've clutched up. And it is none other than Joe. 6-0, 850 points.
Those are 2 rounds that Splyce
should have
started and should have won.
I'm going to say it. They should have won those rounds. Like, they've thrown it. They're their own worst enemy right now.
Indeed
That's
they are.
what.
And now there's a scary amount of streaks, and here comes Overdrive. I don't think Joe's done yet. I think he wants to see 10 for 0, boys. Here he goes. He's going straight across to the rock fakes. He's going to be beating them a whole lot quicker than they anticipate. But someone's holding the angle. That should be the end of Joe, but it's not. He's still breathing, and now Epsilon, they're going on the offensive out here.
Oh, that lightning strike could be devastating if Joe uses it. No, he is on a tear. 7-0. I think he's
thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know, he catches him out. He's still breathing. I do not understand. There's a player to his left. Reedy's done a lot of the work for him as Bance and Hawkey fall. And now Vortex. We said you needed to step up. So far, you haven't done so. Can you please find us 2? He does manage to get the first. Looking for the second. It's not quick enough. Joe gets it. Oh my God, Joe. What on earth is this? 0 deaths, 8 kills. The man is on a mission.
I mean, I think he should have killed him actually quicker. But he doesn't. He finishes it. He gets him nevertheless, and there you go, Vortex gets shut down. Epsilon, though, 3-0. I thought it would be closer than this. I honestly think it could have gone. It could be 3-0 to the opposing team, and hopefully you guys at home understand what I mean by that.
Joe has the same amount of kills as the entirety of Splyce combined.
He has double than his whole team put together. It's just a joke what Joe is doing right now, and he's going to pull the dart out. You can see he's tried to already. Here it comes.
Yeah, 115 is the magic number. It's time for the dart to come out, and we've got ourselves a little human-powered UAV.
Joe is going straight up. Oh, that's a confusing one.
Always blows you up a little bit. Right, so that's one. Information oh,
he needs to make the lock on. He needs to...
There you go. That's the lock on, and that's the finish dart to the ankles for Josh. And that's going to be 9.
9-0. Lightning strike still available. If he uses this and gets another kill, he'll have that HD XD once again. Oh, I mean... I'm not even
Splyce. We haven't touched on Splyce because Joe has just been doing absolutely everything he needs to. If he finds this one, the backs are turned. He could find 10. There's a trophy system there. That would be his H60.
Rated's got it.
Looks like Rated's done it for him. Trophy system. There you go. Oh no, it's not. Excuse me. Maths is hard. 25 points left for that one. Instead, we're going to be seeing Splyce fall down to 2 versus 3. We've seen Epsilon overcome the odds twice. Can Splyce finally do it themselves?
2v2. Joe Rated, Vortex and Bance. Joe has more kills than all the other people left alive put together.
Strike this. Oh no, he's made the call. Excuse me, he's using that to make the call.
He's used it.
And there comes the lightning, and here comes the strike. Just 20 seconds left, and we're still waiting for Vortex to do something. Joe and Rated still breathing. Make it just Joe.
Oh, it's Joe versus Vortex.
15 seconds, and Vortex is so hungry for this one, but I don't think he's played this right. No time really, as he's just come around the corner. 10 seconds. He needs to pick up this one. Joe does it again. Epsilon, they can all have a little nap and let Joe keep on playing because they are sitting at the most ridiculous scoreline. It's double digits, folks. 10 for 0. That's not something you would expect to see on, you know, a standard game of play in a respawn game type. Never mind search and destroy.
Yeah, this is... There's no words to describe this. We thought this would be a really close game, and I'm going to actually say it has been. It's been 1 versus 1 pretty much every single time. But Joe has just managed to just take this game by the scruff of its neck and say, look, I'm getting revenge. We lost to them last time, not again. Josh picks up 1, 3 versus 4. Can they do the numbers game? Josh answers back. I should be on board with them anyway, but Joe's too entertaining to watch. 3 versus 2. One thing for me now is it's important for Splyce to win this round. They have the numbers once again. Rated's going to answer back and find themselves in a 1 versus 2.
It's happening again and again. Vortex is left to his own devices. He can't do anything. Rated finds 3 in that round, and 3 quick ones as well. Switching to his RK5 as soon as he got that second. And there comes the third as well towards that rock face. Rated so accurate with that assault rifle. You have to give him credit.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's going to be a very scary scoreline. Could we be seeing Splyce fall flat 0-6? And I think, you know, 96% of that is Joe.
It is. I mean, that percentage again, I love it. I don't know where it's come from. But one thing for me is when I've watched Splyce play S&D before, is they've 6-0 TCM.
Yep.
I think
6-2 against Infused.
Yeah, they've been so strong, but now they just seem like nothing at all. And
Josh is left.
Josh, oh, come on.
He's not happy. Josh is going to be, I mean, you get this close, you know, you've come this far, but in the end it doesn't really matter, I guess you could say. But that's going to be the end.
I'm not going to do it. Josh, come on.
6-0.
See your team out. Hawkeye could have clutched that 1v3. It's been done before. I've seen 1v3s already in the league.
But that's a message, and you know, that's not only like an expression of anger, that's also an expression of lack of faith in your team, which is not cool.
No, not cool at all from Josh. Bit of a disappointment. However, let's not focus on the negatives. Let's focus on the positives. And what a way to finish it. Joe.
He did die.
I was going to say your surname, but I forgot.
He bleeds. But we get to see that his KDR from the previous
Last map was fine.